Hi, my name is Alex, and this is another video for the UniSys Corporation. In this video, we're going to be going over the add or content rotation feature of the hosting administration interface. Now, let's start out by going to unisys-corp.com. That's unisys-corp.com. Click on Go to your administration console. And we are going to log in using the example account, but if you are an existing client, you can log in using your own account. For those of you that are not existing clients and do not know what the example account is, it's discussed in further detail in the very first tutorial, which covers the basics of the administration console, but in short, all you really need to know is it's an open community account for anyone to log into and modify, just to learn a little bit more about the hosting administration interface. So let's go ahead and log in, and we're going to click on Homepage, and as you can see, we have our menu, we have our banner, we have our footer, we have our content. So let's go ahead and click on Adspace. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and create an ad. Now there's 4 different types of ads that we're going to cover, possibly 5. One is a plain text ad, which is what we are about to create. One is an image tag, or rather image ad. One is a JavaScript ad, such as a Google ad, and then you have your Flash ads, and, well, lastly but leastly, so I guess there is 5, you have your PayPal ads, or rather PayPal buttons, Pay Now, links, things of that nature. With this little interface right here, you can do all of them with ease. What we're going to do now is a textual ad. The destination field is where the user is going to end up once they click on the ad, and it's also, in some cases, just for your own reference, but in this case we need to go ahead and put a valid URL in here in the form of a fully qualified domain name with the schema, in this case, which is http:// as in most common URLs, and we're going to use google.com. And for ad group, you usually want to stay clear of ad group 0, because for those of you who have rotating banners for your site, be it an image or a Flash ad, or rather banner, it's usually given the default value of 0, and even if you don't have that option at the present time, you may decide in the future to use that, and so it's generally a good idea to leave ad group 0 blank. We're going to go ahead and specify ad group 1, and for ad type we're going to leave it as text. Now, this text that's in the box now, we're actually just going to leave in there, since it doesn't actually hurt our purpose. Alright, now as you can see, by refreshing the page or just clicking a link on it in the menu, we now have an ad right here, which consists of plain text. So, what we're going to do now is create another ad. For destination, we'll do yahoo.com. Ad group 1, text, and we will type a little bit differently here so we can distinguish it from the previous ad. Hit tab and space or enter, or just click on the submit button, and as you can see from clicking a link, we now have randomly appearing ads. Now, the less ads that you have in an ad group, the more chance you have of an ad being repeatedly displayed. That's because it's not so random when it only has 2 ads to pick from. The more ads you have in that particular ad group, obviously, the more random the ads will appear. But there are times where you'll have the ad appear several times in a row. Random is random. Alright, now that we've covered that, let's go ahead and click Manage Ad Images. Now, at the present time, the images are not thumbnailed. That is one of the things about this feature that is still under construction, but the feature itself still works fine. We're going to go ahead and open up a file system folder. In this case, we are going to pick architecture, and we're going to upload an image. Image sizes are limited to 400 kilobytes, and image formats are limited to JPEGs, GIFs, PNGs, and bitmaps. Now, bitmap files are converted automatically to JPEGs once they're uploaded, in most cases. Let's see. Let's go ahead and upload a couple more. That way we've got a little bit of variation to play with. Ooh, Tokyo. Alright, this should do nicely. And again, at a later time, these will all be thumbnailed to much smaller size. And down here, it'll show you the limit for your images and the total you have at the current time. Alright, now let's click back on Adspace. Click on Create New Ad. For destination, you would enter in wherever you want the user to go again. We're going to use wikipedia.com. Ad group, we're going to use 2. Ad type, you're going to specify image. That way the ad rotator knows to specify an image tag for this. Now, you have 2 choices for an image ad. You can type out or paste the URL to an existing image on the internet, such as on another server somewhere that you found, like on PhotoBucket. Or, if it's in your own account, you can simply click the image and its link will automatically be added for you. Go ahead and click Submit. And as you can see by refreshing the page or clicking a link, you now have an image ad. Now, the image ads expect that you already have the image scaled and cropped to fit in the particular area that you're going to be putting them in. Alright, now that we have a few different pieces of content in here, we're going to go over some of the features of this interface. The plus and minus signs are actually sorting links. Excuse me. The plus link will actually sort that particular column alphabetically from A to Z, whereas the minus link will sort that particular column alphabetically from Z to A. So if you have a long list of ads or content or users, it makes it easier to find what you're looking for if you already know what you're looking for. And you can sort any column with those options, obviously, by that column's particulars. The second part I wanted to go over is this center area here. This just shows you a quick preview of some of the content of this particular ad. And in the case of image ads, it shows you the URL to the image, or rather part of the URL. In the case of textual ads, it shows you part of the text of the text ad. And in the case of object tags such as flash files, it will show you nothing at all, because those are binary objects, and if it were to display the object tag, the browser would interpret it as an object, and therefore it would mess with the rendering of the browser, let's just say. And delete does exactly